Am I the asshole for kicking out my sister-in-law after her daughter ate my wife's pregnancy snacks? My wife is on her first and asterisk last pregnancy. She's in her early 20s but has had holes in her uterus in the past and miscarried previously. This one is super high risk and the doctor's visits have been frequent and stressful. After this my wife will be getting sterilized and I'll be getting a vasectomy. She's currently 7 months pregnant and all she's been craving is plain grilled ground beef soaked in garlic powder, red crushed pepper and sriracha and peanut caramel marzipan. As the person who has to smell it and kiss her, I prefer to spoil her with the marzipan and it's much quicker for her to be able to eat. I'm doing my best to spoil her because this is her first and only full-term pregnancy she'll be able to experience. I bulk bought some marzipan candies for her and placed them in her cubby in the pantry, where she keeps her maternal vitamins, anti-nausea pills and sacks. My wife's sister came to visit with her daughter for 2 weeks, this Sunday, and we welcomed them to the pantry but asked that FHEY not touch anything in the cubbies because those are especially for us. I went out to run errands the other day and came home to my wife on the couch holding her stomach and crying. I assumed the worst and asked what's wrong and she told me that niece had eaten up all her marzipan and there was no ground beef and it's all she wanted and everything else smelled disgusting. I asked my sister-in-law about it and she said it was just candy and my wife shouldn't be eating so much sugar during her pregnancy anyways and that she can't expect a kid not to want candy. I asked her to replace it and she said no, and that I could buy it since it was so precious. I told her to leave the next morning and she groaned and grunted around about how bad I'm treating family around the house till she left. My wife's family is calling me an ass for kicking them out over something so silly and that I could have just bought more. It all feels so silly but I'm beginning to doubt myself here. Extra info. My wife does have a balanced pregnancy diet, approved by her OBGYN. We try to adhere to, consisting of oatmeal, fruit, rice and beans, chicken, baked or grilled, vegetables, mineral water and vitamins. The cravings are not all she eats, it's just what she eats when she's craving it. Please have a little more faith in me as a husband that I won't gorge my wife on sweets while she's in a high-risk pregnancy. Final edit. I received my verdict. However, when things calm down I will be speaking to my sister-in-law and trying to make amends if she's willing to apologize. My niece is nowhere at fault because her mother should have parented her. My wife is fine now, she's eating a big bowl of ground beef as one type this. I showed her the comments from other pregnant women and she really appreciated them. She doesn't feel so alone in her mommy madness anymore. Thank you all for your time.